All right. Hell yeah. Hanging out here in the Black Void. Everyone's favorite. One moment, real fast. Gotta do the start of stream nonsense first. So, let's do this one, huh? Awesome. Pop up separate tab. Put out that I'm streaming right now. Maybe everyone's given up on me and want me to die, which would not surprise me because I also want that too. Um, would not. God, it always does that. I hate it. I hate it. They always okay. Whenever you post like a link into Twitter, especially YouTube, it just shows the title. That's all it copies. It's all pastes. Not copies, pastes. It's complete, utter woke nonsense. And I hate Elon's website, and I want him to suffer consequences for what he's done to it. It used to be fun. Now it's nightmarish. I hate it. And I hate him. Stupid ass Bower telling me what to do. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. Alright. Wonderful. Let's give it some time before I start any coverage. Feel free to chat as more people get here, slowly but surely, over time. Damn, have y'all ever played The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind? It's probably one of the most important games ever made by mankind. Not that one. What's up, Kingdom of Vinland? What's up? We're just waiting for some more people to show up. that down a bit there. Then I plan on covering a very interesting, currently developing story involving a one J.D. Vance. Very important boy, that J.D. Vance. Very conflicted boy who I have strong opinions of. God damn. Been mainly a very busy week for me though, in terms of work-life balance, which sucks. Because even though it makes me money, I don't like my job. I don't want to continue doing it. That turns Morrowind into Skyrim, or Skyrim into Morrowind? Because that, obviously, Morrowind to Skyrim be an easier conversion, right? Because Morrowind, let's be honest here, isn't the most complex game ever made by mankind, right? All you'd have to do is just, make a lower rendition of Skyrim's map, or maybe even import it, I don't know. And then just add all the NPCs manually, and the only difference is that the NPCs don't have schedules, they just stand around all day. Which is really funny in Morrowind. It's just like, MFs will not move a goddamn inch their entire lives, but then tell you to do everything all day, dude. They can go on half island hopping adventure fetch quests to rank up in their stupid Fighters Guild or whatever the hell. The Fighters Guild questline in Morrowind is really funny because half the time it's just you delivering booze and doing minor bullshit for miners and in like mines that the Empire owns, and it's just like, yeah, I need you to deliver 30 kegs of booze to this mine halfway across the map. And then it goes from that to like them telling you to go be like a hitman and to go take out the competition for political reasons. It's like, you don't do a single good deed in the Fighters Guild. The only good deed you do in that entire like guild mission is killing some bandits in an egg mine and then killing some rats in a lady's house. Oh yeah, I know the older lore. I know the older lore is more fun at the very least. I've read the books in the game. Now, like what? Before Oblivion, the Empire, like Cyrodiil, the little Imperial area, was supposed to be more like a big jungle with weird Chinese Imperials. That would have been cool, but we didn't get that. Instead, we got generic medieval fantasy bullshit from Lord of the Rings, except it looks worse visual design wise. Very embarrassing. And Skyrim is Skyrim. Everyone's playing. Everyone knows about that, right? I mean, I will say there are some neat things about Skyrim in terms of like its visual appeal, right? Beyond the generic Viking bullshit. But to be fair, Skyrim came out right at the start of the Viking bullshit era of media, where afterwards there is always one currently running Hollywood Viking bullshit like media property going on. You had the Vikings TV show, you have Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I think that was like 2022 or 2021. I think it was made as the Vikings TV show, and then like other video games. I think, I don't know. Vikings with like elaborate modern day hairdos, hairstyles, covered in tattoos, and like being super uber pagans with like wearing bones and shit. And it's like, your average Viking, his name was Leif. He wore a shirt and some pants, and then like what you would call a shoe back then. And he wore a funny hat. He had probably decent shoulder length hair and maybe like a goatee or mustache combo, or like a chin strap beard. and his entire life he basically just sailed from one island to the other, trading I don't know, not rice, grains, sheep, timber. But then one time when he was like 17, he was on a Viking expedition, which was mainly just to trade. But then the guy in charge realized that the place they were going to trade with was heavily undefended. So then they just went there and like stole their shit and then left. Vikings are awesome. I like reading like Viking history. The like sources we have for like Viking history, it's not like, it's really unlike other historical sources because it reads like a police blotter. It reads like a local news website where it's like, oh, but they were here and they did this and they moved off and they did this over here and they moved off, right? Like it's all just lists of crimes. It's awesome. That's why they're cool and they were everywhere. I like Viking stuff. It's in Skyrim. It has like the aesthetics of Hollywood Viking stuff without any of the actual, I don't know. It's a dumb game. I love the game. I played the shit out of it, but it's also a very dumb game. What might be happening in my off time here, I'm playing Morrowind right now. It's a fantastic game. I'm about halfway through the base game so far. And I'll be doing the DLCs after that. After that, I'll play Oblivion, when everything went wrong, but it's still very charming. And then after that, I'll do Skyrim again, but probably properly modded. But that's not on the stream. I'm not streaming that shit. Morrowind, as much as I love that game, is boring as sin to watch. It's so goddamn boring. It's just nothing. It's just me having enough money to no longer care about traveling, just going for various mages guilds and silt striders and boats. As I do all the stupid fetch quests for all the factions I'm part of. Trying my best not to get sidetracked, or else I'll lose my spot in the journal it gives you. Which is great, by the way. Anyways, I see... Let me refresh here. 6 people. Awesome. We're gonna start. No more music. Alright. First thing on the docket. It's a bit of a saga, actually, this whole part here. Yeah, okay, sorry. Hang on, just to say. The Civil War stuff, yeah. The Skyrim Civil War was like a street fight between 30 people in like maybe 2 cities, and that's it. There is a mod I played that like enhanced the Civil War and like made you have to fight for each individual city, and like there's like forts and other side stuff, which is a pretty cool mod. But even then, it was like you can't lose because then you just die. It's not that great of a mechanic. And you know what's gonna happen, right? It's gonna happen as an Elder Scrolls fan. As far as I'm aware, I mean they haven't announced it yet because they haven't announced anything about it besides the existence of the game, which was 7 years ago. Elder Scrolls 6. I think logically in terms of the story, unless they throw another crazy fucking twist in terms of the entire continent's timeline, the next game should take place in Hammerfell, right? Why? A, there hasn't been a game there yet, and so far the games haven't backtreaded yet. The only time they've backtreaded to a same place later on was Solstheim and Morrowind and Skyrim, which was done very well in both games, so I'm fine with that. Have it take place there. Have the conflict be between the God, am I forgetting the name of them? There's 2 factions in Hammerfell, and one's like traditionalist, the other one's like more open, and there's a third one's like kind of like a mix of both. Have them be like the little houses you have to deal with, the politicking. Introduce some decent like mounted combat, because there's gonna be a lot of wide open deserts and plains and coasts. Have the Thalmor be involved. Some cool shit. They won't do it because it's Bethesda and they've been creatively bankrupt since Skyrim, but that'd be cool at least. Update some systems, make the combat more interesting than just slapping dudes until they die or using fire. Hammerfell would be cool. I like Hammerfell. I like the Red Guards a lot. They're really cool in the game. I want your special bullshit ability to be like the sword singing they do in the lore, which is a forbidden sword techniques which can like shatter continents and shit. That'd be awesome. Will it be in the game? Maybe as like part of the main story, but like I don't trust them. I don't trust Bethesda. I've been hurt before, Bethesda. I won't be hurt again. The big balls, the big balls. I've heard of the big balls. I haven't been entirely up to date. I've been following other things. Look up big balls. Oh, it's part of it. It's part. Trust me. Oh, okay. This will be at the end because it's not as important. Okay, hang on. All right, cool. We'll start now. First big news story. Trump reinstates Doge worker linked to openly racist social media account. Marco Ellis, they General Right, shit. General White Race Savior, you're browner than I expected. Of course, his name is Marco Ellis. Every right wing person now is Latino, is Hispanic, right? Oh my god! But yeah, and this is one of many young boys that Elon and probably also Peter Thiel have decided to use to complete their agenda in the U.S. government. These guys who have probably been groomed by Elon and Thiel for years before this. But yeah, no. Elon Musk, known pedophile, said Friday that he will reinstate a member of his self-styled Department of Government Efficiency unit who resigned after being linked to an openly racist social media account. He self-canceled out of damage control. In a post on X, the social media platform he owns, Musk said that Marco Ellis, 25, who was at the center of a court battle over access to the U.S. government's payment system, has also worked for Musk's SpaceX company and will be brought back. So yeah, these are his people, and I don't want his people in my goddamn government. But hang on, let's not spoil it. Spoil the punchline here. Let's see what other people had to say on this, right? So here is Elon, who, of course, being classic Elon, made a stupid Twitter poll that's heavily biased in his favor because he has a million bots and other randos and Twitter simps beneath him. Wait, is his name Big Balls? Is he the same guy? No, it's a different person. Big Balls is Edward Corstein. This guy's Marco. Oh my god, dude. Musk, his S.C. Robinson, you're a moron. Information broker. Information broker can't get the right groomed 20-something's name right. Pathetic. Anyways. So yeah. And of course, his audience says yes. And the poll is over. I did not vote in it. I don't believe in voting. Don't vote. So before then, when this was put up, who could you imagine quote tweeted this and gave his own 2 cents? Why? JD Vance, of course. Yeah, this is I mute Elon because he's fucking everywhere, but yeah. And he said this. Here's my view. I obviously disagree with some of Ellis's posts, but I don't think stupid social media activities should ruin a kid's life. So Ellis is 25 years old. Vance is 40 something. Wait, isn't he 40? Isn't Vance exactly 40 years old? Hang on. I know he's young for a politician. Age. Yeah, he's exactly 40 years old. This kid's only 15 years your junior, dog. He's 25. When you're 25, he already worked at SpaceX. It sounds like the kid like does taxes, has insurance, buys his own porn, everything, right? He's up there. He's not a kid. He's not susceptible to anything except the coercions of Elon Musk. If you want to call him a kid, then keep him the fuck out of my goddamn federal government then. Which is he? Anyways. We'll get to big balls. We shouldn't reward journalists who try to destroy people, ever. That is a journalist's entire job. I'm fine with that. Journalists should always be writing the most like slanderous things on the planet. I love it. Go after them. This is in surrounding this current like weird right wing brain rot where they're saying like, you can't dox these people who work in the government and are directly going to affect my life in terms of further carving out at whatever's left of the United States' like welfare state and the public sector. You can't show their names and faces. That's so rude. That's unfair. They might get harassed online, which we do to everyone else involved. We'll do it to a fucking video game community manager, but you can't do it to the guy saying you're not gonna have. Oh my god, how am I forgetting things? Goddamn, some guy who says you can't retire. Like you can't do that. It's insanely inconsistent. Anyways, so I say bring him back, of course. If he's a bad dude or a terrible member of the team, fire him for that. Now, Elon Musk does not promote based on competency. He promotes based on sexual attraction, and if he thinks the person working for him is cool or not. Uh, and then like bad dude. I mean, you work for Musk, you're probably already a bad dude unless you're like a wage worker, which this guy is not a wage worker. I can tell you that much. You don't get you don't get a job like this being a wage worker at 25. Anyways, so yeah, he said that, but then and then there were some responses to JD Vance's post saying that we should bring back the guy who allegedly said some mean things online, right? So Ro Khanna, who's a journalist, asked him, and this is one of the things he said. I'm not gonna say the rest because they're really funny. Are you going to tell him to apologize for saying normalize Indian hate before this rehire? Just asking for the sake of both our kids. So Rokana's Indian. Um, and by Indian I mean like the South Asian Indian. And JD Vance has a wife. I think her name's Usha Vance. She's like a doctor or lawyer or some shit, some lawyer fuck. And she's also like second generation Indian immigrant to the US. So by the rules of white nationalists like JD Vance, his kids are now Indian, right? Earlier this year, we had this whole inter Musk Twitter drama over H-1B visas and Indian workers being, moving to the U.S. to work in jobs that supposedly would have went to white people, right? Some shit like that. So it's a hot tub. So Indians in the tech industry, hot button issue, I guess. So in response to this, JD Vance hit back by saying, "For the sake of both our kids, grow up. Racist trolls on the internet, while offensive, don't threaten my kids. They only get presidents elected who then threaten other brown kids. You know what does? A culture that denies grace to people who make mistakes. A culture that encourages congressmen to act like whiny children. JD Vance is a whiny child." um and by the way, this is because this is awesome. Okay. I cannot overstate how much I loathe this emotional blackmail pretending to be concerned. He can't even fucking write correctly. This is how you know he wrote this, at least, because he didn't say concerned. He said concern. This guy's a fucking lawyer, by the way. Half his job is just writing things well and speaking well, and the motherfucker can't say concerned right at the end of a sentence. My kids, God willing, will be risk takers. No, they won't. You're rich. They'll take the biggest risk of their lives going to a school that their parents have paid for already. They won't think constantly about whether a flippant comment or a wrong viewpoint will follow them around for the rest of their lives. I mean, they won't, because JD Vance's kids have the fortunate cure for racism in America, which is having money. If you have money, people will stop being racist towards you because they'll in their brains think, "Oh, you're one of the good ones though, because you have money and are in the club." So I don't think JD Vance understands I mean, he does understand. He probably does it all the time, but like he doesn't. He's not gonna recognize the actual effects of like racism, especially towards Indians and the situation he's in. A white guy with an Indian wife and two kids who I don't think are Indian. They're probably. I mean, they're Indian and white, but his JD Vance's people who voted for Trump would look at JD Vance's kids and say they're not white, which is fucking awesome. It's so funny. It's the same thing with Obama, right? The one drop rule. JD Vance, by the way, I'm not even done with this post yet, but if you don't know about him, he was like some like Ohio broke kid who lucked out to get through law school and then wrote an entire book saying that like all of his relatives and his mother are lazy scumbags because they're poor and they're white trash, and we should essentially just euthanize them, euthanize them uncoercively. You know, just tell them, hey, stop having kids. You're not helping anyone. Okay, even though JD Vance is one of them, a complete class traitor, bad guy. Anyways, they will tell stupid jokes. They will develop views they later think are wrong or even gross. Keep focus on the language here. Later think. In the past. I made mistakes as a kid, and thank God I grew up in a culture that encouraged me to grow and learn and feel remorse when I screwed up and offer grace when others did. Right? As a kid in the past, later think, okay? Um, don't worry about my kid making mistakes or developing views they later regret. I don't even worry that much about trolls in the internet, which he does. He was one for a while. You know what I do worry about, Roe? That they'll grow up to be a U.S. congressman who engages in emotional blackmail over a kid's social media posts. You disgust me. That's the whiniest end statement ever. You disgust me. Such a bitch sentence. Anyways, I guess I was wrong here. Rokana is actually a. No, he's a journalist, I think. Anyways, all right. Now we will finally get into the things the kid said. The 25-year-old kid, and when he said them. Thanks to this guy, austerity is theft here. So 6 weeks ago, he said such normal internet trollish things that only kids say in their when they're teenagers, right? As ooh, you can't see it from here. I just want a eugenic immigration policy. Is that too much to ask? Which would inherently have made JD Vance not marry his wife because his wife's parents wouldn't be able to get to the United States. Repeal the Civil Rights Act, which would have made it so that way JD Vance's wife couldn't become a lawyer and become rich like he is. What if I? Oh, you can't even see. This one's really small. Just assume this is. You can read this. What if I told you there's a reason you can't play as the Haitians in Age of Empires 2? And the reason is because they didn't add them there. And also because Age of Empires 2 is based on medieval history and not early modern like Age of Empires 3 is, in which case it makes sense for them to have Haitians there because Haiti was a thing. Beforehand, it was the Taino people who occupied those islands, and as far as I'm aware, like they were chilling, they were big chilling in Haiti before it got colonized and people had the French moved slaves there. But afterwards, Haiti was like an actual thing, independent country type of thing. But what this guy actually meant to say was, I don't like black people, which is what he said, for immigrants. And by the way, the Haiti thing's really funny with JD Vance involved because that was the big thing of JD Vance last year was to say that like those legally here Haitian immigrants in some random shitfuck town in Ohio, are like actually illegal. And when he was asked, "What do you mean by illegal? They're legally here," he backpedaled and said, "Actually, well, I know they're not illegally here, but if you really think about it, since I disagree with the law that said they could be here, then in my viewpoint, it's illegal." Some dumb shit. All right. And the last thing he did is really fucking funny in terms of JD Vance. Not the last thing, but another thing. 99% of Indian H-1Bs will be replaced by a slightly smaller LLMs. They're gonna go back. Do not worry, guys. So him just saying we're gonna kick out all the Indians who I think are replacing the jobs that I currently have right now, which is stupid. And then one from December 26th, which is really fucking funny. Um, one problem here is that if you instituted a really effective system for talent searching within the American population, it would give you about 8% whites, 15% East Asians, 5% anyone else. Creating such a system is de facto illegal. So like pretty basic like racism nonsense, you know, what have you. And you know, they ignored it. They said, that's fine. They're young. They're young. Hey guys, when you're 25, you can't be like racist or know better than to be racist. You can't know better, guys. It's just what the fuck was that? My foot touch. That's weird. Anyways, yeah, it's just kid stuff to be horribly racist, and then Elon's like, he'll be brought back to heirs human to forgive divine, some gay bullshit that Elon himself does not. Elon's like a spiteful MF. He does not forgive anyone for anything. But yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's awesome. Now who's the other one? Exactly. Okay, who is Big Balls? Teen Doge engineer Edward Corstein. I don't want a 19-year-old in charge of shit. Have you met a 19-year-old? If they're one of my audience members, they're cool. If they're not, then they're all stupid. That's a law. That's how it's supposed to be. Anyways, hacker, stupid. A 19-year-old with a concerning hacker background known online as Big Balls, which is fucking funny, is working as part of Elon's Department of Government Efficiency. One former FBI agent has said he would not have recommended Edward Corstein for government work, knowing his work experience to date. Yeah. And I have a different yeah. Corstein, a high school graduate with a history of launching startups. Who the fuck launches startups when they're 19 or 18? Jesus fucking Christ, go get laid. What the fuck, man? Play video games, watch anime, anything besides this. Get a better fucking haircut. I hate this haircut. This haircut sucks. Stop having this haircut, god damn it. Grow it out. Something else. Oh, god. Yeah. Has founded at least 5 companies across Delaware, Connecticut, and okay, this is probably some rich kid who has the money and time and energy to do startups instead of getting a job after high school. Which, by the way, okay, if you're, damn it, if you're gonna have a team of people go through the federal government and audit things all day, audit everything, every department the government has that involves federal spending, billions of dollars of spending. These are agencies that like do everything, right? So you'd want like a very diverse, experienced team who understands what's important for each, fucking department, right? So you want like someone who has a big background in energy development, how the grid works, maybe a couple times being like the head of a company involving energy to go work at the Doge stuff for the Department of Energy, right? Or if it's gonna be for like the EPA, someone does climate stuff, or the military, someone who's in the fucking military, like any of these things, right? And these guys would all have degrees, probably a master's at least, right? And it also would work alongside with people with economics degrees and others, just people with qualifications. This fucker right here does not look like qualifications. He looks like don't trust the drinks he gives you at the party. That's what he looks like, man. Fuck me. Get this shit out of my life. I hate it. I hate it so much. This is so much worse. Listen, I would still hate a Donald Trump presidency, but it would be a lot more soothing if these fucking dipshits weren't involved at all, but they are. Get me out. Let me out. Yeah, but this guy right here, he was fired from a cybersecurity company for leaking its secrets. Right? Path Network fired him for leaking internal information to competitors. Who is to stop this guy from finding some sensitive government information and giving it to some other country? Is that not... Let me tell you this much, right? When you work for the government, shit like this doesn't give you a fucking security clearance. These guys, do they have security clearances? That's actually a very interesting question. That's actually a very important question. Does Doge have security clearances? Okay, well, that's like a... Okay. All right, well, I see one guy, Congressman Dan Goldman. Hello, Hot Dog Imp. What's up? Uh, as of yesterday, asking the president to make sure that Doge only has security clearances because they're getting into some shit. All right? Like, oh my god, so stupid. You can't even join the military without an okay security clearance. That's like normal. Not even the secret stuff. It's just starting. It's just starting. We did cover a dumb story involving JD Vance and a racist 25-year-old kid. Stupid. So fucking stupid. Like this. Trump Energy Secretary allowed 23-year-old Doge representative to access IT systems over objections from the General Counsel. Crazy, dog. A representative from Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, was granted access to the Energy Department's IT system on Wednesday by Energy Secretary Chris Wright, who I'll get into later. Wright explained access to Doge representative Luke Ferrator, a 23-year-old former SpaceX intern, even over objections from members of the department's general counsel and chief information offices, people told CNN. Yep, Ferrator was granted access to basic IT, including email and Microsoft 365. People say... So, okay, yeah. I mean, like, network security engineer, according to his LinkedIn. How do you have this fucking career here? Wait, 4 years. He was 19 before he joined. When the fuck was he doing Army and Navy shit? Who are these fucking people? Are they mutants? How did they... Who? What? These are... Damn it, man. I don't like these people, man. I don't like them. All right, here we go. Let's actually talk about some of these team members real fast, huh? Identified members. Okay. Yep. Every second, Wired reported the hires include several engineers aged 19 to 24 who should not be involved in auditing the fucking government, with little to no experience in government, including Akash Boba, Edward Korstein, like we said, Luke Ferrator, Marco Ella's the racist one, Gavin Klinger, Ethan Chautran, right? What the fuck is this nonsense? Who are these fucking... I want to say some ableist things here. Wait, senior at Harvard. How old is he? What is this nonsense? I'm a Harvard senior who balances college and 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 I open AI backed startup with these 3 productivity trips. These guys are all groomed fake people. I don't like these bastards. Get them the fuck out of my government. These guys have no morals or sympathy. They'll do whatever the fuck they're told to do. A hackathon? And got $100,000 grant. Listen, I'm not saying these kids ain't smart. These boyos ain't smart, but like, I don't trust them. Simple as. Not yet. Hopefully soon. Who's Akash Boba? He was at UC Berkeley studying management. Turned at Bridgewater Associates. I don't like that. At Meta and Palantir. By the way, Palantir, the stupid fucking Lord of the Rings nonsense. I don't like it. Yeah, business grade and morals, exactly. Who's next? Edward Corstein. We talked about him. Registered Republican, no way. He's he racist? Yes way. All these guys, by the way, are probably racist. Corstein has a limited liability company named Tesla.sexy. AI Discord bots for the Russian market. Dude, these are fake companies. They shouldn't exist. They don't produce anything. They produce nothing. They just waste resources for market speculation. What's up, LM? The free market? The free market can suck my balls. That's what the free market do. Can suck my big balls, like this guy here. Oh my god. Luke Ferritor, born 2001. Born 2001. No. No. Fuck, man. Okay. Listen, I'm not a software engineer, all right? I don't do computer shit. I've built the computer I'm using right now, and it's a good computer. That's not software engineering. That's just putting together a bunch of bullshit parts like Legos. I'm not a computer guy, all right? Never claimed to be. I'm using Windows right now, right? I'm not some Linux person. I don't hate the concept of Windows, but like, why would I trust a computer engineer to audit the federal government? Why? What? Those don't connect. Those are the same thing, right? Now, some of these guys are software engineers. Some of them are like business people who do startups that they probably don't actually do the work at. Is get some other guy and underpay him to do shit. But like, you know, you'd want like at least someone with like a business degree. Come on, these are not the same jobs. If I would hire these guys to make a government website, sure, or like a phone app, yeah, go nuts, or like a government version of Discord, yeah, go nuts. Not go to the Department of Energy and tell them that actually we shouldn't have any regulations on nuclear reactors. That's woke, which is what these morons would say. And by the way, again, if you're like 19 years old, you shouldn't be spending it. Start making startups, okay? That will turn you into a fucking lizard person. You'll become worse than Musk. You'll become worse than the Facebook guy. Oh, God. You'll become worse than Sam Altman. You'll just turn to a lizard man. What you should do when you're like 19 is watch a lot of anime, play a lot of video games, probably do a couple legal in Germany drugs. Don't do drugs. It's bad. You know, have fun, enjoy your youth while you fucking have it. You can work when you're in your 30s and 40s, right? But right now, you should enjoy when you're young and full of energy and can stay up all night. It said these morons are staying up all night so they can work for their fucking sex master slave lord Elon Musk, as they cancel healthcare for millions of elderly black people who they all hate. No, you should not consume uranium-235. You probably couldn't afford it if you even could. It wouldn't do anything because it probably wouldn't be enriched, and even if it was enriched, I don't think the reactions work that way if it goes into your body. I mean, listen, if you want the cancer stuff, it turns out the cancer stuff isn't the uranium, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, the nuclear reactor produces radiation, but what will give you cancer will be like metal shavings from a pipe from a nuclear reactor, and like if it's like a water based reactor, like that was part of the primary coolant system. You want that in your stomach. So instead of getting uranium-235, you should instead go to your local nuclear power plant, ask them, hey, when are you gonna shut down your primary coolant system? And they're like, never. Why would we do that? That's not how that works. To open up a pipe somewhere. But then you can say, hey, when are you gonna shut down like parts of the systems that can discharge stuff? Then you can ask for a pipe that would normally be treated as radioactive material and be disposed of, but instead you'll buy the pipe and you'll start eating it slowly. It'll be a metal pipe, probably like stainless steel of some kind, and you'll start eating, going away at it, right? The radioactive material will go into your stomach, and it'll do a couple cool things. With the long, with like the, so you don't want the long half life stuff because it will fuck you up. You want the shorter half life stuff, so it should be like immediately after they discharge. You should want that shit. And they'll make your cells either your cells are either asexually reproduce, and then those cells that they produce will not be able to actually reproduce themselves because the DNA and RNA are damaged, or even better, it will just start killing your cells. And then you can eat it, you know? Fuck. Next, Marco Ellis, we talked about him. He's the one who was, like, racist, like, straight up. Yeah, no, he's not. He hasn't hired anyone. Elon Musk is like, and what's his face? What's his face? God damn it. Street actors. I'm so bad with names. He's like Leo DiCaprio, right? You'll only ever hire someone beneath the age of 25, especially a boy, because he's sexually attracted to youth. All these boys he and Thiel have hired, they have been explored. Don't get me wrong. Knowing Elon Musk and that horse incident he had wouldn't surprise me. And then Gavin Kligger. Kligger, I don't like that word. UC Berkeley? Yo, this guy's woke. Yo, UC Berkeley. This guy's woke AF. Get him out. This guy probably has pronouns in his bio, dude. Why Doge? Why I gave up a 7-figure salary to save America? Oh, can I read this? Can I read this? Is this public? I can't find it. Where's his Substack? Where's his Substack? I want to read what these dipshits think is good writing. Please. Does he have a Substack? Let me look up under tab here. It's smart thing. Gavin Figure Substack. Substack people are all stupid and don't deserve human rights, but they still have them because I'm a nice person. His Substack is titled The Weekly Bite. That's so gay. Do I have to subscribe to my fucking... Oh my god, really? Hang on. Okay. The Curious Case of Matt Gaetz. How the Deep State Destroys Its Enemies. Matt Gaetz is a pedophile. Fuck you. He only has 2 posts up. He deleted the White Doge shit. Hang on, let me show you. Fuck. Yep, no name attached to this. No name. Good. Alright. I gotta dox myself in my own fucking stream. Okay, yeah, look at this shit. He had it, he deleted it. He has 2 stories up, and they're both about Matt Gaetz. And oh no, shit, I'm stupid. One's about Pete Hegseth. One's about Matt Gaetz. Let's read the Hegseth stuff. This is so gay, by the way. This is such a gay thing to do. Have a fucking Substack. Your dumb face on it. Awesome. Awesome. Get these fucking twinks out of here. These combat twinks they've developed. And let me read both. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll read both. This guy is gonna be deciding whether or not your municipality has reliable energy production. Because they'll just skip out everything on FERC and NERC. Trust me, they will. Man, you can't see this shit. Sorry. Okay, listen. I'm not even like a professional at this, but I understand what makes writing good or bad. Right? I might not be able to speak too well, you know, but I can write. I think pretty well enough. You don't sit here and write shit like Florida's firebrand congressman and author of Firebrand. Don't use the same word twice in a goddamn phrase like that, you idiot. You jit. God damn it. You could have just said Florida's a Floridian congressman and author of Firebrand, or controversial, or trailblazing. Anything. Dumb. No, he did not offer an escape hatch. It's not an escape hatch. Oh, man, shit. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Okay. Clarification here. Streamer clarification here. My monitor is 21:9, but I stream out 16:9 because that's how everyone else's screens are usually like, your cell phones too. So when I like scroll around and such, when I zoom in on articles, make it big enough to be seen by like a smaller screen. What I see and what you guys will see will not be the same thing because it's not going to be in the same aspect ratio. So that's why I keep messing this stuff up. Anyways, that's what I deserve for having an ultra-wide monitor like a loser. Alright? Okay. So yeah, the press corps nodded knowingly. Trump had offered his ally an escape hatch from the embarrassing revelations, perhaps of a consolation prize of Florida's Senate seat, which Matt Gaetz will not win. He, again, after this, more information came out about the whole ethics committee report, and it was just pretty obvious that this guy knowingly was a pedophile. Real bad. Clean narrative, simple story, the kind Washington loves to tell itself. It says, what, the 23-year-old? Shut the fuck up. Oh, it's constructed facade. The real story, the truth about Matt Gaetz' rise and fall, is a Byzantine tale of international intrigue, deep state machinations, which the name deep state machinations and the word Byzantine do the same fucking work here, moron. And the awesome power of America's permanent bureaucracy. Again, he just wasted a lot of time when he could have just said something like the is a tale of America's Byzantine government. Anything, just word efficiency. What is this fucking nonsense? When does he talk about the fucking pedophilia? Does he ever talk about that? Hang on. Control F, my best friend. 17? Nope. 16? Nope. Slept? Wait, no, it's one slept. Slept? Nope. Great noise, huh, guys? Sex? Okay, Deep State's first move, open federal sex trafficking investigations solely on Greenberg's manufactured evidence and coach testimony. You can say that about anyone's testimony. Okay, sure. This is embarrassing. I'm not even gonna bother with this shit. Fucking retarded. Nixonian approach to the Middle East. Fuck off. Anyways, that's gay and stupid. Let's talk about something more fun. Like this. Remember this lady? Remember her? It's the Haktua girl. She's alive. She's alive. She's not dead. I thought she was dead. God. Remember when she did that crypto rug pull and made probably millions of dollars and then hid from the planet? Remember that? Crazy, huh? But, you know, let's see here. Hawk to a girl, Haley Welch, broke down into tears while talking about the alleged rug pull of her coin. Alleged rug pull. Sure. Sure. Oh, this is going to be loud now. Okay, go.
I want to start by saying thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff.
I'm sorry, but I really don't like her voice. I really don't like her voice. She sounds like a cartoon squirrel. It's so bad. She sounds like Sandy Cheeks from fucking SpongeBob. What is this nonsense? Why is she rich and famous? Fuck off. Oh, god damn it.
Stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. Don't cry. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna be good. And guys, listen, just as a temperature check, I just want to say, the first thing that she said to me off camera was, the minute you DM me, I really wish I just texted you and called you. And that speaks to me because of how I was introduced to crypto.
What is... Oh, fuck off. I never want to hear a crypto person say shit like, just a temperature check. That really spoke to me when I first got into crypto. I hate that shit. Keep going.
We'll get into that, but I'm also kind of on the back end of things too. Like, their team's been very forthcoming. My team is vetting them the fuck out right now and has been for the last week. Thread Guy and Frank, they're going to be on this episode. It's such a weird blend and mash of worlds. No,
It rolled out.
Don't cry, Haley. It's fine. It's.
She's not crying.
She's gonna be okay. Life is gonna be okay. Oh, Haley, no.
Oh, don't do that.
No,
Don't stare at me.
No.
This is so awkward.
Just give us a minute.
Okay. It's gonna be okay.
Well, so basically, how this idea got brought to me, it was supposed to be like what do they call it, a long-term coin. And the guy that ran the account,
it was supposed to be like a thing you could actually reasonably invest with, and not just a giant waste of fucking time and energy designed to make a very small number of people rich while utilizing the massive public name that you use for the coin itself, just the garnering of massive interest and speculation that then is immediately dropped to make me a lot of money. It's supposed to be like a long-term coin. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. There's a part of the Polish coast called Hell. Why is it called Hell? Is that a Witcher 3 reference? I should increase the encoding bitrate. I don't know shit about streaming, so unfortunately I'm kind of stupid here. Is 10,523 kbs good? I think that's kilobytes per second. Is that good or bad? Or am I just bad? Okay, I see right here, Hell. The Hell Peninsula. Yeah, this is what I think of when I think of hell. This is horrifying. I could imagine being tortured here for eternity, okay? The only thing here that will probably be similar to hell is, since it's in Poland, it's probably like frozen at least a third of the year. It might just be YouTube. Because it's cool, there's hell in like Scandinavia. They have places there named Hell. It's a cool name. Anyways, we were watching Hawk to a Girl Lie. He was
like, "Oh, we're gonna change like the way everybody thinks of crypto. Crypto's gonna be a good place."
They all say that. Everyone fucking says that. Everyone says that. They always say our cryptocurrency will be the fucking game changer. Okay, this time it's gonna be different. Remember? Hang on. Sorry. Remember when cryptocurrency was like trying to initially be a currency, like I mean, you still see like random drugstores and gas stations say we accept Bitcoin or some dumb shit, as if you're gonna use a Bitcoin at a fucking gas station. But like when it was first being developed, people were saying you're gonna use this to spend as currency IRL, right? But then it just became a giant speculative market, and it's just been surviving off that ever since. It's not based on shit. You can generate it with like GPUs running advertisement giga algorithms and shit, but like there's no actual value involved. Don't even joke about that. They will make a big balls cryptocurrency. Probably already fucking exists. Does it exist? Let's find out. Use the power of Google, okay? Okay, I see big balls birds. I see balls. I see big balls. Yup, it exists. Look at this. And it's 100% a rug pull up here. 95% to be a rug pull. No shit, dog. But yeah, big balls exists. This balls fucking stupid. I hate this country. I hate cryptocurrency. Fuck you, Hawktua.
And I feel really bad for all the people that got affected by it, and it just didn't go the way I planned. And all the money out of this episode is getting donated to all the animals that have been affected by the fires up here.
And I'll match it. Me, Ricky, I'll match it, whatever. It's really, really important for me to make sure that we address everything and get through all of exactly what happened. I think that it's really, really important at this point to be totally transparent about everything.
Yeah, I don't care. You know what's funny? Hey, let me get another image pulled up here of a very pretty boy. She has similar facial construction as one Asmongold, right? Do you see here? I think look at the nose. Look at the nose. The nose is very important in people's faces, right? It's like this, it's the centerpiece of the face, right? Think of that. And that. That. And that. Right? Do you see like the high lip ridge here? The upturned nose, which may or may not be like I don't know how vapid she is. She might have gotten her nose worked on, but it's a bit too high up. It's like a Whoville ass nose, right? And then like the gaunt like face, right? Do you see it? I see it. The only difference is that Asmongold doesn't have any eyelashes, and she does. But it's the same face. And it's the same face because they're both genetically predisposed to be European peasants, right? She just happened to be a European peasant who made a blowjob joke at the exact right time to make a lot of money. Which hopefully is true for the rest of us. That'd be cool, right? Alright, what's next here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, listen. I'm not the biggest expert on this man, but I have seen him a lot, and I think he's really funny. Alright. Kanye West. This is the oldest post you can see on his Twitter. February 2nd. So he did a full cleanse of his Twitter. Or he might have not used Twitter. I don't know. His profile pic was a blank white space. Now, before I get into all this, basically everything he's been posting since then, is a big advertisement for his album. His next album is going to be a bunch of AI-generated fucking garbage, so don't listen to it or buy it. And yeah, he's decided to just turn up the bipolar on his like personality index meter on the back of his head. Turn the bipolar way the fuck up, and the racism way the fuck up, right? And those happen to be the only two like knobs he has on his head. So he's just going full racist. He's revealing his power level. So normal stuff. And then we got this one from yesterday, Free Puff, which means Free P. Diddy. Free P. Diddy, sex trafficking, P. Diddy. Tycoon. All capital, fuck all that woke shit. Brothers in Christ addicted to complaining. Do something, which in and of itself is a funny statement because he himself is complaining. We all watched them try to cancel Chris Brown, who famously was a domestic abuser, who, due to the unfortunate circumstances surrounding American patriarchy, was both a domestic abuser and then got away with it afterwards because people still thought he was handsome or some shit. And ain't nobody do nothing. I was pussy then too. Chris Brown, it's till the wheels fall off. Awesome. Slavery is a choice. Fantastic. I love this one. Slavery is a choice. What else we got here? Puff get one call a morning. Community note: Sean Combs, aka Puff, was found trying to be abusing his phone call privileges by contacting, trying to bribe and blackmail witnesses and victims in the connection to what he was being accused of. Which, yeah, will get you limited phone calls in prison when you're using them to attack the witnesses for your crimes. There's this stupid merchandise. Is this like a shaving pubic hair joke? Trying to make an example out of Puff. Whoever's after Puff, we'll find out who they are and okay, play off the grid. Puff, we love you. Hang on. He might have deleted them. I think he deleted them. Fuck all this woke shit they putting fat bitches on the runway. Nobody want to see that shit. It's unhealthy. Awesome. I am never apologizing for my Jewish comments. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say forever. Where's my fucking apology for freezing my account? Suck my dick. How's that for an apology? Classic. And then he had one that was that violated X's rules against hateful misconduct. Be clear, you Jewish fellers. Don't run me no more. This is a free country and free opinion. And then like weird abortion conspiracy theories. What is this? There are three theirs. Theirs. That's some honky shit. I don't got time to be figuring out that shit when I tweet. I ain't got time to figure out that shit when I tweet. It's figuring out how to use right there, which is not a complex thing to understand. I have dominion over my wife. So if you don't know, Kanye West's wife, I don't know her fucking name. She's some model, whatever. He constantly has her, and we know he's the one doing this. He has her wear like insanely just awful outfits that either make her look ridiculous and stupid or is essentially her walking around in public nude, right? Most famous was it the Grammys? They just went there. I guess I don't know if they were invited or not, but they went there. He's dressed like normally dresses, which is homeless, and she's dressed in a completely see-through dress, and she's completely naked beneath it. And there's fucking kids at the Grammys, dog. Exposing yourself in front of children is what Kanye West supports, I guess. Not surprising. I wonder why he doesn't have custody of his kids. And then he definitely said like some like super racist stuff afterwards. A lot. What's this? Okay, we have like AI jokes, but yeah, he said I'm gonna start calling bitches British pork meatballs. Some of you know I'm not homophobic. Yup. I mean, I support that too. Broke ass slave music. Okay, listen. On one hand, I think he's playing this up so that way his name gets out there, so that way when his album drops, people know he exists and will listen to it. At the same time, it's really funny because this is not his like most recent crash out. He's been crashing out for a while now, going super far right. There's that famous clip of him over at what was it, InfoWars? Let me get that pulled up. Actually, it was really funny. Wait, no, wait, fuck, shit, no, wait, too far, no, spoilers. There we go. I'm bad at this. Yeah. Yeah, this was him over at InfoWars wearing a weird hood. You want to get a noise? You want to get a noise, YouTube? What the fuck? Is the browser itself? What's going on? It is muted. Okay, go.
Nazi, you don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. The Jew, I love everyone. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table.
Very good. Very good. But there was a funnier appearance by Mr. Ye, by Mr. West. And that was, hang on, this is actually gold. Let's get it up. West.
Yeah, I think
this is a classic bit here. 2 years ago. This is Kanye West at Tim Pool's little stupid fucking show. Back when he was even somehow more relevant than it is now, thank God.
Yeah, I think they've been extremely unfair to you. I think.
Who was they though? We can't say they is,
corporate
can we?
press. I'm not using the. I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking.
It is
about
them though, isn't it? I mean,
oh, why the fuck? Oh, I forgot. Oh my God. Tim had Kanye West, and Kanye West brought his friend, famous Latino Nick Fuentes, over, and they're both anti-Semitic.
because because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018,
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about? Are you leaving?
Are you afraid of the press?
That was awesome. Right? Like, he had the slightest, just the tiniest bit of pushback. And
What do I
Kanye
mean?
got
Like,
pissed.
Okay, so
This is his I'm pissed off face. The slightest pushback, he got angry and rage quit. He crashed the fuck out. Awesome. Pathetic. Now, next thing. This guy. Farmer Riggs. Do you know about Farmer Riggs? I know about Farmer Riggs. He is, he was a like right-wing, like libertarian type. Supported Donald Trump, Elon Musk, all that nonsense. In Maine, which is funny because you think like East Coast, that's where the liberals are. No, not in Maine, even not in New Hampshire or Vermont. Those are rural areas full of crazy dipshits. But yeah, here's him, January, normal stuff. God bless Maine. I will keep my faith in you, God. Cooking breakfast for my wife. There's a video. I will not be watching it. Nope. Go away. I can't play the video. Okay. So he just had a kid last month. He just had a child last month. And now he's posting shit like, I had to do this for the unborn babies. I had to do this because it's either them or me. God bless. If the police protect the abortion clinics up to late term, then they are my enemies of my faith. They tried taking my baby away. I had to defend her. Years of transgenders harassing me and abortion being essentially a sacrament in my state. I have to stand my ground and fight for my religion here. Christ is Lord, I'm sorry. And then users out of context. This poster posted this during a standoff with police where he held his 4-week-old daughter hostage. He was later wounded by the police after wounding a deputy and killing a canine unit. then his last post was, "This is why I must fight for the ones who never got a chance. They tried to take my daughter. I had no other option. Just because there's abortions in the state of Maine." What is this news article?
One man and one police canine are dead after a standoff in Portage yesterday. Monday morning, the Maine State Police responded to a report of a domestic dispute on Ranger Street in Portage, according to the Maine Department of Public Safety. The dispute was between a female and a 29-year-old Stephen Regini. When troopers arrived on the scene, the woman was out of the residence and Regini was inside with their 4-week-old infant. Troopers and deputies persuaded Regini to come outside and attempted to take him into custody, but he resisted. Police say Regini shot at officers, striking one in the shoulder as they attempted to back out of the driveway. Maine State Police negotiators attempted to negotiate with Regini for several hours, but he refused to surrender and eventually tried to flee the residence. Just before 8 p.m., Regini fired a shot at a state police canine unit named Preacher, wounding the dog. Regini then allegedly pointed his gun at the troopers who shot Regini. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The infant child was not injured and was returned to her mother. Preacher was transported to an emergency vet but succumbed to his...
Anyways, that's just a great little story about a far-right moron, freak, mentally ill man who was so obsessed with transgenderism and abortions that he heroically died in a shootout against the cops and didn't even get a single kill except for a dog. Glorious. Good job. Libertarians. Another big victory for libertarians. God damn it, man. I don't know. It's just some psychotic moron right winger guy who got into a dispute with his baby's mom, which I don't think he was married, and then he fucking died in the shootout. But while he was in the shootout, he was tweeting. He was posting. That's so stupid. All right, next thing. I don't want to cover Dasha. She's boring. U.S. aid, sure. You missed me covering crazy libertarian police shoot-off where a guy was posting on Twitter about how the cops are coming for his kid when they aren't, and he was in a shootout on Twitter, and then he died. I didn't want to play the video because I'm not sure if that's like okay for, YouTube or not, but this story is really funny. But we do have one video I'm going to cover before I start the Civ 6 gameplay, 7. Civ 7 gameplay, and he keeps saying that. It's this one. From our boy himself. He posted a new video 23 hours ago. He had been on radio silence for a long time ever since he had those schizo rants he posted. Go.
Things are themselves. They're opposite, nothing, everything, great and yet small. All things are connected and yet divided at once. This may confuse you, but welcome to reality. We're all stuck here. It's deeply unfair and complex to a point of near insanity, but somehow it all holds together. We're stuck in such a brutal game since we need something interesting to do, and boring games aren't interesting. Thus, we're stuck in the most interesting game possible, that being...
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god. Hang on. You have this planet with like the city lights beneath the clouds, but they're in circles. You know what this planet is? You know what this is? This is the planet map from the space battle in Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the battle map over Coruscant in Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the PlayStation 2. This is the planet map that's in the background that spins slowly, I think. Or it's something else involving Coruscant, because I know Coruscant's planet, like on the night side, has those big circles and endless lights. What the fuck? How do I know this?
Interesting to do. And
I'm not even kidding. Oh my god.
And boring games aren't interesting. Thus, we're stuck in the most interesting game possible, that being reality.
Here. Circle. No circle. No city on the planet does that from fucking space. So this is obviously a skybox map from fucking Star Wars Battlefront 2. God damn it, man. This is so embarrassing.
Reality. A game which for most of our lives is in fact boring. Are you starting to see the point? Paradox is so intimately woven into reality as to be a natural law in itself. This is what the wise men of all of history have said.
Or wait, it's not that. Or is it? What is this? I'm going insane. Anyways, what he said there was saying that things contradict themselves. He took 41 seconds to say that one statement, but he had to do it in his own stupid what if all history way.
Most strongly encapsulated in the Oriental tradition.
In the Oriental tradition. Just say celestial instead. How about that, huh?
However, one of the principles that underlie the innate paradox of the universe most easily for me is that if you want to know someone or something's character, I can often look to their projections to see who they really are. Those who are psychologically not well developed constantly tell on who they really are and what they truly believe by
That's the funniest fucking thing What If Alt Hist has ever said in his entire life. Because that's been his entire career. That's been his entire career till now. He's just projecting the entire time. All of his low neurotic nonsense ideas have been him projecting his own insecurities for years. Get this better there.
talking about those who they hate, and also the
You talk about who you hate.
Stories they tell about themselves.
You told stories about yourselves. You had What If All His, if you don't know this, What If All His had 3 live streams that were hours long of him describing his life story. And it was just him describing how horribly abusive his parents were. And then him doing drugs and going insane afterwards. And believing he can talk to the spirit realm and shit. But this guy has made a career making the laziest videos ever. And talking about alternate history fucking nonsense and making really, really stupid maps.
One of the easiest principles in this regard, which I've mentioned in a few previous videos, is that what the left says about the right is really...
Oh my god, he always does this. Sorry. He always does this. He always does this thing where he has, like, he makes his videos, he records his voice. It might be scripted, probably is. He doesn't make too many, like fuck-ups and edits and stuff, so they're pretty obvious. But when he edits the videos, he puts into them these black frames with a wall of white text. The very soy thing to do is walls of text. And then in these walls of text, he adds extra shit that he, like afterwards feels like he should have brought up, but he didn't. And it's just lazy. How the left is what it projects onto the right. So fucking gay. By the way, you know you've won the argument when the guy is just saying you're projecting things onto me that you actually do. That's so gay. Motivated by hate. According to the Unabomber and Nietzsche, the left is formed psychologically due to the complex interconnections of interconnectedness of industrial civilization, demand suppressing normal human emotions like greed, status-seeking, lust, power, fantasy, and violence. Hey, what about this? What do you think makes people want to hate people? Is it greed? Is it status-seeking? Is it lust? Is it power, fantasy? Is it violence? These emerge through envy and utopian fantasy. That being the left. The left is motivated by destroying the great and betters. What if all his... The great and better. So fucking gay. God damn it. Institutional power. Only the left has institutional power. No one else has that. Racism is racist. How? Oh, he does the thing where it's like minorities don't need equal opportunity. There's no racism inherent in the system. That's not real. And the sheer loathing of white men. Listen, I only hate white men because I'm also white. It's so easy. And yes, white men are fucking lame, but they all know it. That's why they have weird neurotic political ideas in their brains, because they want to make up for it. Anyways, let's keep going.
Really what the left is. The left says that the right is motivated by hate, uses institutional power to subtly control everything indirectly, that the right is sexist, racist, obsessed with power, and doesn't believe in anything. If you look at what Marxists say about their enemies, it's a pretty good look at what Marxists really are. The more better developed someone is psychologically, the less they project when they look out on the world, since they have developed a better degree of self-awareness. However,
What if Hist is the least self-aware man on the planet?
when you look at modern civilization, which is clearly very poorly psychologically developed, given
What the fuck is this? Degree of psychological help is, in my opinion, by can they handle reality for what is? That's a horribly fucking made statement there. Are they happy? What about Hist? I don't think you're happy, and I don't think you understand reality the same fucking way, dog, because you make some crazy fucking videos. And if that whole I speak to ghosts story is true, then you don't live in reality, dog. Stupid stuff like trans monetary theory, which is how you make your fucking money, you dipshit. And then the end of history, which I don't believe in, and blank slates. I also look for these because I want to find, like, spelling mistakes, because he definitely does these himself.
Even the modern West is committing civilizational suicide before our own very eyes, and people aren't having kids, is let's see what they take the most pride in. What
people aren't having kids because it's expensive and they're working all the time. You know what leftists tend to try to advocate for? People making more money and not being as financially vulnerable and working less. If you do those two things, you will see an increase in births. That is a fucking fact.
Race and sex are something we really ignore in our culture, but are so
oh my god, what the fuck was that? Why are you, what the fuck? Hang on. Okay.
And people aren't having kids, is let's see what they take the most pride in, what they hate about others. Right. What does the modern world care about, and what does it accuse its enemies of being? The short answer is human rights. I am going to give you a brutal thesis today, one that I believe many of you will have an issue stomaching, that the underlying nature of modernity is to use the incredible power of industrial civilization for mass dehumanization. The underlying nature of
Oh my god, he's doing the fucking gay thing. He's doing the fucking stupid thing where he goes, there's a lot of people now, and since governments have, like, censuses and bureaus, and they manage populations with data, they're dehumanized or some gay shit. Yeah, dude, when the fucking Normans, when William the Conqueror first developed the Doomsday Book and his conquered territory of England to understand what he conquered more easily, that's when he dehumanized all the Anglo-Saxons, dog, sure.
Of this video is to show that the main thing our civilization does is attempt to strip away the humanity from the population, to turn them into good.
You know who does that? The market. Capitalism. Imperialism. They love that shit. That's their whole bread and fucking butter, dog.
Little cogs that have lost any of their.
Oh my fucking. This, you can only fucking say this if you're what about hist and you've never had a job in your entire life. You've never worked a day in your entire fucking life, which he hasn't. This guy is like 22 years old. He quit college. College that he already had paid for. Why? Because he's fucking stupid. And he thought the teachers were too woke or some nonsense. Everyone else besides me is just a little cog being turned by the big machine, and only I know that we're all being controlled. I'll make a YouTube video about it.
Own individuality in life. This is the main purpose of industrial civilization, and is a feature, not a bug.
And he has the epic guitar intro. And I'm gonna skip his dumb advertisement.
Part 1, socialization. Hey,
something he doesn't do.
Before we get started, I want you folks to know that if you've been watching my videos, you may have been starting to see a certain type of content predominate on this channel for the last
schizophrenic rants. Next
6 months. I see this video as a sort of parallel video to the one I wrote on the Unabomber, and for the time since, I've had a general theme of making videos talking about the social issues with the negatives of modernity and the industrial system. Although you folks may not see it this way, the primary way that I perceive myself is as a form of artist, and thus my work is a side effect.
Yo, what the fuck? Hang on. I can't tell if this is him editing this way, or if this is what he does. But like here, watch him. Wait till he stops speaking and it cuts. Right?
Industrial system. Although you focus
Right there. When he stops speaking, the B footage he had online, like the camera's like moving in over this park here, right? That footage, when it was zooming in and it cuts a bit closer, did he record himself speak while recording this footage? Or better yet, what he did when he added this video is he had the timeline with his audio, right? With the fucking audio file of him speaking, and he had the timeline above it of this B-roll footage. And when he went to make cuts for his audio, because he probably has like 17-minute pauses where he forgets what he's doing and like has a little like I don't know, deergasm or some shit. He then cuts between those 17 minutes of dead air, but then he does the audio and the video. You don't do that. You cut the audio only, move that to the left, the video stays the same because now it's just cutting for no fucking reason. Granted, every single one of his videos, you do not actually watch them. I watch them, that's how I noticed all the spelling mistakes and his little black notes. But besides that, his videos are just background noise for like weird, like socially inept 15-year-olds playing Crusader Kings 3 or Hearts of Iron 4 all day and never seeing the sun. So they don't actually watch his videos, which I'm fine with. I don't watch tons of videos I listen to. That's fine. A lot of them are kind of made that way. That's good. It's kind of basically a podcast. But, you know, that's fine. But, like, fuck, man. At least don't, like, if you're gonna have all this editing for your B-roll, and edit it properly, you could probably do just the same. You could probably do just fine if you did it like, what's that one YouTuber, Sean, where most of his video is just a static image that he had of his, like his little Twitter avatar and like a little cozy cupboard of his house, alcove of his house. It's like an illustration. Most of the video is that. The rest is him talking. That's fine. That makes all the views he could want. That can make all the views what if his wants, but he can't fucking make anything because he's too fucking stupid. Alright.
folks may not see it this way, the primary way that I perceive myself is as a form of artist, and thus
as an artist. I perceive myself as an artist. How? Explain. What?
my work is a side effect of what are the things that are just percolating in my mind and my interests.
That sounds, I mean, I don't see videos about, like, obsession with, interracial sex, or, anime, or, video games, so they obviously aren't representative of what's percolating in your mind, what if artist?
This has been what's been on my mind lately, mostly as I've seen society collapse before my own eyes.
He hasn't seen society collapse before his own eyes. He doesn't go outside to see it in the first place, okay?
And I want to figure out why and what happened. However, I'm going to make clear that I'm going to change direction soon with the content after this.
Also, hang on. This is a common conservative thing, and it's because most conservatives are like house-ridden, like paranoids who don't see people all day. But like, society is not collapsing. The federal government's having a real rough time right now, but society is not collapsing, motherfucker. Right? If you took time outside of whatever the fuck you do all day, which I imagine lives in a fucking compound somewhere, you'd notice that life still goes on. People still have lives. Industries still operate. Nothing's fucking collapsed. Nothing's in the process of being collapsed, right? Things are getting shittier. Yeah. That's not collapse, though. That you're being hyperbolic, which he does all the time.
Video. My next video is going to be on philosophy, with possibly the most important concept I've ever developed. And after that, the next
oh my fucking god,
two videos, as far as I can tell, are going to be about civilizations. So savor your video attacking industrial civilization when you still get to have a new one. One of the biggest themes of the video I made on the Unabomber is a concept that he developed, which I think is possibly the skeleton key or the most important underlying concept of our society.
Really? Oh boy, guys. Let's find out what it is.
That being over-socialization. Over-socialization is the idea that the Unabomber developed, that the main issue with industrial civilization is that it requires too many moving parts to cooperate at once. The machine that is industrial civilization prioritizes standardization and uniformity. The problem implicit in this is that the gears in the industrial machine aren't metal, they're people. Industrial civilization requires the mass standardization of the people involved in the society itself.
Okay, so what about this? If you want, you know what's really crazy? You know what political movements exist that control and push and pull against this system, right? It's crazy. So there's one that's in power right now that loves uniformity, conformity, that are strict authoritarians within their own organizations, who hire and fire people at their own whim, right? Who are purely obsessed with ever-increasing profits and will never stop and always need endless growth and will do anything to attain it. And yes, congratulations, those are the capitalists, right, that run society. And then there's people who are saying, hey, what if society was more geared towards what human beings want, you know? What if people shouldn't be working 60 hours a week or 70 hours a week or 80 hours a week? Well, if they should be working 30 or 20, right? They can spend more of their life actually living while still getting plenty of work done, because as it turns out, when you work a wage job or even a salary job, the amount of hours and time you are paid, right? You are producing probably 1/10 of what you're actually making for the company that is paying you and hiring you, right? Or else, why the fuck would they pay or hire you if they weren't making money off you, right? So, even if you made only, instead of 10 times as much for the company, 7, the company still profits, you get paid more, or you work less, or both. Crazy. He's saying this shit when he supports the party that wants to get rid of maternity leave, that wants to get rid of any sort of like socialized medicine, or not get rid of it, just never have it, right? And make medicine insanely expensive, which inherently attacks the idea of having more children, motherfucker. Yeah, it's fucking completely retarded. All right.
One of the points the historian Niall Ferguson has made is that if you traveled around the world a century ago, you'd find remarkable differences in fashion, just as a single example between regions. Cowboy dress in Middle America, the top-knots Chinese peasants wore, the loincloths of
The loincloths and top knots of Chinese peasants. Oh my fucking god, it's called globalization, and guess what, dipshit? It's not going away. It's too fucking profitable for everyone involved. You can whinge all fucking day, but yes, congratulations. Africans wear pants now. I think they like them. I think they like wearing pants. I think they like it. Now, they may want to wear pants that aren't, donated through fucking NGOs, or, having like their own like independent clothing industries in their countries. Yeah, but by the way, if you travel the world right now, you will still see tons and tons of people dressed very differently. You know what the funniest fucking thing is about racists like What If All Hist? They hate that. They hate seeing people dressed differently if they are in the correct corresponding fucking zoo enclosure country they associate with. That's why they get fucking so pissed off when they see a woman wearing a burqa voluntarily, right? Stupid.
Africa were the shawls of Celtic peasants. Today, their descendants are all wearing t-shirts, often of the same brands, with the same logos. I remember one time I was in Phuket in the Indian Ocean in Thailand, about as far away as you could possibly be from my home in the eastern US. And I thought to myself, this looks exactly like Florida. This is the industrial world writ large, that the mass standardization spans the whole world like a steel railroad.
I was at a place designed exactly for white, stupid tourists who go to in Thailand for sex tourism. And it turns out everyone there appealed to Westerners. It's crazy. What if I'll just go to a fucking rice farming village or some shit, you dumb retard? Oh my god. Fuck, man. He is 6 years old mentally.
Road, subduing any differences or personality. This is why for upper-class Americans, you can see a sort of tourism fatigue in which they've...
No. Any sort of decrease in tourism from people is because A, we are having too much tourism in too many certain areas, right? Like, Barcelona fucking hates tourists because they're everywhere, and all they do is just complain and be loud, make messes, get drunk in public, cause accidents. You know, things that I would not blame them for fucking hating tourists for and asking to limit tourists going to fucking Barcelona. Right? Like, fuck, man. Also, with our economy becoming worse and worse and the standard of living increasing more and more, you will see less tourists from the United States because they can't fucking afford it. Having lived in 6 countries, the world is pretty diverse, and that people around the world are actually very different, but in ways that are inaccessible to tourists. He at least acknowledges that, yes, if you leave the tourist area, you will see less American things. Congratulations. But those areas also coincide with GDP, right? Airports will be where people make the most money. Cities are where people make the most fucking money, right?
Been all over the
So
world
stupid.
only to find that the parts of the world tourists go to, or the industrialized world, all looks awfully the same. This is wonderful for material comfort, and in the very same process has resulted in the creation of a unified, standardized world, which has brought prosperity completely unparalleled in human history. The world's population has gone up over 8 times over since the start of the Industrial Revolution 200 years ago. Meanwhile, those very same people went from almost all completely impoverished peasants, literally living in their own shit, to entire continents being prosperous and
He can't say shit in his YouTube video. He can't say shit in his YouTube video. I can say shit. I can say shit all day, and I still can get monetized. What the fuck? Is this video for children? Is that what you did? You know, hey gang, when you make a YouTube video, right? When you go through the final checks and processes, right? When you go through the monetization part, actually no, it's in the details part, the first part. You press a button. It says, "Is this video for children?" Now, saying yes means that you are actually looking YouTube in the eyes and saying, "I want children to watch this video." But when you click no, it'll still go to like everyone 13 and over, essentially, right? You know, people who can type out complete sentences online, right? You know, and of those videos, you can say things like bitch, shit, crap, freak's easy. Mainly those ones, really. God damn, right? Now, you can't sit there and start screaming fuck every 6 seconds, or else you get demonetized. You can't say cunt, you get demonetized. I don't think retard either. And like the N word and then the F word you can't say, but you know, it's like that. But like, why the fuck would you censor out shit though? Unless you're trying to appeal to children, but why the fuck would you appeal to children? This shit's fucking boring. Okay.
vastly more people dying from obesity around the world than hunger. This, in fact, is most pronounced in the poorest countries in the third world, where the economic growth since the end of the Cold War in the second and the third worlds has been the most rapid and has saved and helped the most lives by far of any event in human history. However, there is a great problem here, that human nature isn't rational and in fact is so removed from rationality that even the concept of suggesting it is some sort of cosmic joke. This
is a white person thing, okay. All right. Cool. So, cool thing. What about his probably thinks that no one else on the planet is as smart as he is, or understands how society should be structured, which is a colonialist viewpoint. You know, I think right now, people in sub-Saharan Africa like the things they choose to willingly do and dislike things they don't choose, right? So they like the way they dress and the foreign imports they can get and the idea of having a stable job, they are paid hourly, you know. They don't like the political instability and like civil warfare and like probably certain types of organized crime, you know. Whatever. Human nature, fuck off. Everything he makes is like those posts on that subreddit, I am 14, this is deep. Every single thing he makes, it's such garbage. This segment here, I know we're only fucking 8 minutes in. It's been like I'm over for like half an hour. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. We're gonna go until I get too mad and then I stop watching it, right? Because I'm just so angry at this fucking actual midwit has an audience. Okay.
a line that comes from ancient wisdom, you'll get what you want, but not how you want it.
Oh my fucking god, shut up.
Through the process of attaining this universal comfort and prosperity, things that so many men in history would have literally done anything to achieve, and with so many different conveniences between the end of real illness, the end of major wars, and the air conditioner or cheap vacations, the industrial world in turn has lost its soul. It lost a reason.
It's lost its soul with a V instead of a U. It's lost its soul. No, dipshit. Go outside. Speak to somebody. Speak to somebody who's not a white man. You will find soul there, you fucking loser. Jesus fucking Christ.
To live. Nietzsche and Jung portrayed a very similar concept, that modernity is completely split up. Let me use an example of this. Our society is very...
Hang on. Hang on. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Why is this here? I think you'll explain it later on with you'll have a one-off statement talking about double standards of sex, which is not even the same fucking topic of the video, but he just has to put in here. He has to put in here. His fucking stupid schizo brain had to put a fucking blank box here with text complaining about double standards of society as against sex. Alright. 1. Completely free supply to the most disgusting varieties of porn, but you're not allowed to talk about the effects of that. A, yes you are. B, you're complaining because one guy tells you, shut up, nerd, when you say we should ban porn or we should restrict porn to people who have accounts on the websites they get porn at, right? But there have been plenty of academic research, news articles, news coverage of the idea of porn addiction, right? It's a thing. People recognize it. It's not being fucking censored, you loser. You're just angry that someone called you a nerd on Twitter once. 2. The taboo of the nude in art, which has been part of the Western tradition for millennia unless the nude is desexualized and not attractive. What are you talking about? I have seen several movies this year and last year and years before that which have nude characters in it, nude actors in it, right? And they're attractive, they're hot, but it's not porn. It's art. You know, there's a really cool scene in Oppenheimer where Oppenheimer is getting interviewed by the feds, and he's having his infidelity brought up in front of his fucking wife, and to heighten that scene of like shame and like openness and embarrassment, and then also like the fact that his ex-girlfriend was like a communist spy or some shit. It switches to him naked in the same room in the seat, and then the chick like having sex with him, and you can see her body naked, right? And she's hot. What's her name again? Fuck, I forgot. You know, it's fucking art. It's telling a message. I wasn't hard. I wasn't horny. I was just watching a movie and it was good. Go the fuck outside. Watch a movie, you fucking loser. You were just complaining about like anime porn, I bet. Anyways, 3. This is a fantastic video. The society, this enormous mate suppression. If you say the word fucking mate suppression, you're a fucking retard. In that the social policies the culture pushes, such as anti-family, anti-traditional gender roles, or anti-children. All 3 of these things are from capitalism. And by the way, gender role stuff, that happens with modernity. That happens with an increase in the increase of standards of living will have women enter the workforce and not get married because maybe they just want to make fucking money. Maybe it's their choice. They want to have fucking kids. Man. 4. In our culture, sex inside the family or in marriage is seen as gross, while sex is only glorified when it's... What the fuck are you talking about? Hang on. Hang on. Wait. Let me screen cap this real fast. Sex inside the family. Are you talking about incest? What if all hissed? Are you complaining about people finding incest disgusting or degenerate? Because it fucking is. Are you that much of a trad that you want to bring incest back? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, no one views his marital sex as gross, you dumb retard. Oh my god. Oh fuck, man. This is so talking about projecting, by the way. 5, mass sexualization on Instagram, which you're not allowed to talk honestly about. It's not just for them and not for male approval. Okay, yes, there are people on Instagram who are trying to sell an OnlyFans account. Congratulations. And also, yes, people like to show off their bodies when they think they look hot. Congratulations, adults have been doing this for fucking ever. And it's a freedom thing. It's called freedom. Do you know what that is? I know. He needs to get... Nah, he probably does get drunk. Okay. 6. Oh, fuck. Okay. It's longer, so he cares more. Male sexual interest is seen as taboo. It's not. It is... Male sexual interest is what the entire sex industry is orientated around. All of it. Every single bit of it is based around getting what if hist to pay money or watch an ad. I find it ridiculous so many white men don't want to state that they have any sexual desire. They do. They do, and what are you talking about? And it's socially taboo for men to hit on women in public. It's socially taboo to hit women in public because you don't fucking know these people. What if hist? What if hist? Yes, you will be criticized if you walk up to random women and say, your boobs are hot, can I see them? No shit, or just hitting on them. Listen, you can talk to women, it's not hard. It's not hard, they're people, they're just fucking people, do that first. Oh my god, man. While at the same time there's mass sexualization. What if hist? You might find it surprising, but if a woman hit on you unprovocated and sexually harassed you, I would also think that's bad. I would think it's funny because it's you getting sexually harassed and you've been saying that that's not real, but I would also say that's a bad thing. It shouldn't happen. Men sexualizing women is literally seen as misogyny. Did he spell misogyny right? I think he did. Maybe I'm fucking stupid. No, he did not spell misogyny right. It's MISOGYNY. Can you imagine why What If Hist is not a historian with a college degree? I can. 7. The social standards are completely messed up. Where this is a society where rappers, are you fucking 8 years old? Oh my god, you're so fucking white. Shut the fuck up, you fucking nerd. Can say the most horrifically misogynistic and sexualized stuff, but normal life like work, college, or public, you don't do the work, you don't go in public, and you went to college and you quit, any sexual charge is taboo. So yes, in a controlled environment such as media that you willingly play, you can hear people write music about fucking, and by the way, it's not just rap. I think quite literally since the 80s, most songs, actually the 70s, the biggest, most popular songs are about having sex and being, like very explicit. Thanks, Ash, for the win. Thank you. But when you do it in public, when you end up talking about sex, it just makes you seem fucking weird. That is true, Moho. It is because all the books written after 1960 were written by communists. A guy writing a book after 1960, even if he was a avowed white nationalist, he's actually secretly a communist. Alright. What else? Female standards are socially acceptable while male are not. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What if the odds are the reason why your ass is still a virgin, which I assume it is because you have very high standards. And you're not lowering any of them, right? Meanwhile, you get mad when women have high standards. Congratulations, welcome to people. None of them are perfect. They will have flaws, or they won't meet your criteria. This is how you know this motherfucker doesn't talk to people in public. He just uses apps and uses like dating apps and always fucking flounders because he's just looking for the most specific shit on the planet. Warm water port streamer. I assume Ash for the Win lives in the north or the far south, where there's no warm water ports where they live, which I assume is a port that's always not frozen over all year round, or at least, actually, yeah, I think that's the definition, right? 9. Discussing of the macro social effects of sex inside society are taboo. That's not true. You can do it all the fucking time. There's books. There's the whole industry about sex. Go nuts. 10. This is the worst mating crisis, kill yourself, ever in history, but no one will say it. Never say the word mating again. Why is it that after I talk about what I thought hiss instead of the actual news, I have more people watching me? Hello, welcome to the stream. My limits are being fucking breached here by this motherfucker.
Rigid about sex in some ways and incredibly loose in other ways. It's funny we're a society in which you assume nearly every teenage boy has seen the most degenerate variety of porn, or where every single thing is sexualized, but even mentioning sex in polite company is taboo.
It's not. Be a fucking adult, you fucking creep. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, this guy is 6 years old. He is such a fucking moron. We are a culture in which sex is taboo if it's procreative and positive, and is worshipped if it's degenerate and socially wasteful. You will never see a white family on TV anymore, or a happily married couple, but rap and homosexuality are taboo to criticize in any way. What the fuck are you talking about? I see this shit all the fucking time. You are a child. Holy shit. Oh my fucking god. Somebody fix this man the hard way.
The philosophy of sex or how it relates to society isn't really a thing. The double standards at race and sex are something we really ignore in our culture, but are so obvious to someone from a different society. The things rappers or e-girls are allowed to get away with versus white males are so...
Rappers and e-girls. This guy would be bullied so fucking hard if he... I mean, he probably was. Hang on, he's 22 or 23. So, assuming he was in high school, the 2010s. He would have gotten somewhat bullied, but I can imagine, like, right now, his ass would be fucking annihilated. Yeah, he didn't spell misogyny right. He's too fucking stupid.
Enormous. Another example is that we have no integrated theory of the world. There's no shared idea of how the world works or what we should draw meaning from.
Welcome to fucking mankind. Welcome, bitch. What are you talking about?
Instead, we have a sub-variety of different disciplines studied by specific academics with no ability to operate over disciplines. What I found from reading general knowledge...
You know what this is? You know what this is? This is him getting very mad when he posts some shit or says some shit, and a guy with an actual fucking degree who specializes in the field he is discussing are, shit on him. And he gets very mad, right? He says some dumb shit, and a guy says something about, like, actually, if you look at the economics and posts, like, graphs and sources, and he gets mad. He posts some shit, and they say, actually, if you look at the sociographical data we have on that, he gets mad. Right? He's not an expert in anything. He doesn't know anything, right? But he claims to, and he gets mad that there's no actually very simple way to be a super white ivory tower fucking academic philosopher king, which is what he wants to be. And he's mad that, like, colleges specialize in things, and it's specialization's good. Fuck. No, he doesn't. No, he's stupid. His videos are lazy. He's a lazy bastard.
Books in a variety of different fields was something deeply shocking. That the social consensus on any given field, once you corroborate the evidence, is so vastly different from what the public believes or even what the experts believe.
What? Wait, say that again, please. Hang on. The social consensus in any given field,
you corroborate the evidence, is so vastly different from what the public believes or even what the experts believe.
The public or experts believe. What does that fucking mean? What is the social consensus? Is that what that's not the public. That's not the experts. Who the fuck is it? What did that fucking statement mean? What?
If you add up the evidence from philosophy, history, genetics, physics, psychology, anthropology,
I love the genetics part. He couldn't say biology. No. He had to specify genetics because this guy's just fucking scientific racist, I bet.
in any other
Anthropology.
field, you'll find the top experts in said field have already disproven the current popular narratives that the mainstream pushes unironically.
Okay, let's find out. All right. One more. Okay. Anthropology. Why our entire worldview is a lie. Anthropology. Genetics determines half of human nature. Race, class, and sex are all oh, fuck. Hang on. No. He did not just fucking say this. This fucking peasant. This fucking mudsill piece of shit. This fucking Peckerwood white trash bitch said this. Oh my fucking god. Race, which, you know, it's not a new thing for a fucking racist dipshit to say that race is real and determines your entire life and should be factored in, right? Which has been disproven by a million other fucking people, right? Sex, same thing. Class, right? It's one thing to say race and gender are social constructs, and they are. I'd love to ask what race Obama is, what race JD Vance's kids are. You know, I'd love to hear his answer for that. He'll never answer it because I don't think he responds to criticism anymore, but still. But class? What the fuck? What the fuck is this nonsense? What do you mean class? How the fuck is class genetically tied? Are you talking about breeding? That's made up, you dumb bitch. That's completely fucking made up. Whoever the fuck Habsburg or Imperial Japanese fucking incest baby they have right now is probably a fucking demented dipshit who has like congenital blood diseases, okay? No. Is he talking about incest? Maybe by class he means royal incest, which he seems to support based on the earlier fucking frame he made. Jesus goddamn Christ, no wonder you got kicked out of fucking college saying class is genetically real. Fuck off. History. It's clear that the West's rise was not due to oppression, and Europeans are not uniquely evil. No serious historian agrees. Well, he disagrees. So he doesn't, by the way, he does not read history books written after 1960. So he hasn't read anything recent. Even if you look in the past, you will find tons of historians, secondary sources, and primary sources that pretty blatantly say that Europe got insanely rich off of a gigantic system of colonialism, slavery, imperialism, and warfare. And that's what made them rich and powerful. See, okay, listen. What about he doesn't do citations. He claims he's a historian, okay? Do I do citations? Not really, but like at the same time, I will show the website I'm speaking about, and like, and let's be real here. On YouTube, people never click them. He never clicks diets, sources, not diets, shit, sorry. Sources, no one ever does that. You know, it's just like a thing you put up there saying, oh, it's real. YouTube, like political commentators do all the time. People all do it all the time, right? In general, people will listen to what you say because you have a platform and you are now an authority or some shit, right? So like, it's whatever. But like, that too. I mean, my Google history is crazy too, right? But like, okay. And by the way, I do have a long-term project. That I can't really work super hard on until later on, like in spring. But that shit will be sourced up because I want that thing to be the channel magnum opus. Okay, that's my plan here. I'll make some stuff like this weekend and then next couple weeks, but like, I'll be using citations soon, don't worry. Okay. Anyways, yeah, Europeans, no one's uniquely fucking evil, by the way. It's not that X or Y group are evil uniquely. It's just people, especially giant, powerful governments based upon markets, which most are, will take anything they can get, right? Do I think the Chinese would have fucking annihilated the Native Americans? Yes. So would Africans if they had colonized the place, right? It's not unique. It's just, as a matter of fucking fact, it was Europeans who did that. It was Europeans who benefited from it. And he's mad about that factual fucking statement. Because he gets pissed off, but he gets so offended by everything. Physics. Every major honest physicist agrees that the modern narrative of physics is completely at odds with the evidence. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? You made it up. I don't believe you. Theology. Fake study. Don't care. The death of God and the end of my spiritual worldview was something that was never offered as a thesis or proven. What the fuck is this pseudo-intellectual nonsense? The dumb bullshit I made up was never talked about by the epic experts, so they're all discredited. Stupid fucking childish mindset. And I bet they have. I bet theologists have talked a lot about people losing faith and believing that God is dead. I think they have. Rather, it was just shoved under the door and no one noticed. What the fuck does that mean? The CIA and Soviets have decades, 2 spaces, because he's stupid, of proof of the spirit world. Okay, so yeah, you're fucking insane. Next, economics. Keynesianism is an abject failure. Kinda true. Not true. I mean, macroeconomics. So, it's not, okay. It's a failure, just not in the way What If His sees it. In terms of, like, eventually becoming, like, a stable economic force that can be used to, uplift the human species, I think it's failed, even though it has done a lot. It's kind of stopped at the whole what's been convenient so far for business and hasn't kept going, which eventually would lead it to having, shorter work weeks and better pay and, like an actual welfare state. He thinks it's a failure because there's DEI or some shit, like a moron. Sociology. Marxism is an abject failure and yet continues to rule the world through critical theory and the CCP. The CCP is not Marxist, it's not even communist, it's a dangest. It uses the state's control and monopoly on violence to steer businesses, and quite frankly, the CCP is not a fucking failure. They're kicking our fucking ass. What are you talking about, moron? Critical theory is actually a very effective tool to, as you can imagine, criticize things. And he's mad that it exists because it can be very easily wielded to disprove all the bullshit he's written so far. And then last, diet. The food pyramid says that carbs are the healthiest food and that seed oil and sugar isn't bad, have been completely debunked. So what about his? Pull a Jordan Peterson. Only eat red meat for the rest of your fucking life and milk, and see how well your fucking heart does when it fucking collapses. Anyways, all of these are hilarious because What About Hist does not have a degree in anything here or in anything in general. Is not an expert, has read only outdated books and right-wing tweets, 4chan feeds, maybe not even 4chan, YouTube videos and podcasts, and have decided he's actually an expert in all this shit. General Secretary Xi, fire when ready.
Read this text wall if you're interested. The reason we're pushing out-of-date narratives in our culture is that no one is actually checking to see if the underlying view of the world is accurate. This is since our culture puts...
No one's checking to see if the worldview is accurate. Oh my fucking god.
Literally zero emphasis on holistic thinking. The reason I...
Holistic thinking? What are you talking about?
I think this is happening is that on a subconscious basis that we know the things that we're doing in our society are deeply morally wrong and self-destructive. Thus, we've made any level of holistic analysis taboo, given we knew that if we studied the patterns of history at all, we'd find we're massively screwing up. Modernity is divided between the autistic masculine and the hysterical feminine, since
I'm killing myself. Oh my god, what is this fucking nonsense? Women have mega autism, dude. Women are autistic as fuck. They're super autistic, right? Women, who the fuck would know that many shades of whatever color to put on their fucking face every morning? I don't know that shit. I ain't got that kind of autism. They do. Who can keep track of dozens and dozens of interpersonal relationships that they are not actually even fucking part of. Not me. They can. Right? Women, 100%. If you've ever spoken to a fucking woman, they have they have very specific interests that they want to talk about all day and get mad when they're spoken over. No shit. Men are super hysterical. I'm hysterical. My audience is hysterical. Men flip out over everything. What if on this fucking video that you made is hysterical? Shut up. I love his fucking images too, right? The feminine are like evil protesting women or communist women holding the little red book in Maoist China, right? Which is bad. But the masculine are like dudes working on epic tanks, which is good. Now, is this image of Germany? Let's find out. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. I have a interesting feeling. Let's